Hi and welcome to this video about Google AdWords. Now today I want to talk to you about the Google AdWords structure, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into my brother's account that I set up for him to show him. But first of all, before I do that, I want to talk about the AdWords account structure, and it's set up to be kind of in line with a typical marketing campaign. And what you have is you have campaigns at the top level, and a campaign is like a wrapper. So for example, in my brother's case, we've identified three core campaign types, and those are people searching for information about plastering from a price point of view, i.e. how much does this cost, what am I going to pay per square meter, what am I going to pay for this particular kind of job. We've identified people who are searching generically for plasterers, and we've also identified people who are searching for plasterers by the job type. So it might be some examples of that are local plasterer in your town. That is a plasterer by the job type, so looking for a plasterer specifically there. Then we looked at people for the second kind of campaign, which is generic plastering type search phrases. It is get my house plastered, get my wall plastered, plaster my house, things like that. And pay, I've already explained, for people searching from a pay point of view. So those are campaigns. And so we look at the keywords that you discovered and we organize those into different groups. And those groups are your ad group. So a group of related keywords or key phrases that work together. Now, this is the traditional account structure that Google likes to recommend. I do it slightly differently in that I make every single keyword into its own ad group, but that's a really advanced thing, and we definitely don't have time to cover that. That's like a 1 or 2 hour video to talk you through that. But for now, this is what you need to understand, that it has campaigns. Underneath the campaign, you have an ad group. Underneath an ad group, you'll then have a series of adverts that you will display to people. So for everyone who's in the pricing ad group in this scenario, in the pricing campaign and in the ad groups under that, you will serve them a series of related adverts to that, and the adverts would be about, hey, do you want to, in this example, if you're looking at pricing from the point of view of a plasterer, would you like to know how much it's going to cost you? That's as simple as that. Might be your advert. Click here to find out more. And finally, under that, we have your keywords, and your keywords tie back into your adverts. So for every keyword, you can show a series of adverts or an advert specific to that keyword. So for example, if somebody's typing in what is the price per square meter, your advert might say, would you like to know the price per square meter? If the keyword is how much it costs to plaster a wall, your advert might say, would you like to know how much it costs to plaster a wall? Now, the more specific your advert is to the keyword or phrase that people are searching, the more likely they're going to click, and the more that people click on the advert, the less you're going to pay overall with Google. There's a series of things that go to make up how much you pay per click, and we'll talk about that in tomorrow's video so you get an idea about your costs per click. So I'm going to quickly jump across now to my brother's AdWords campaign so you can have a look about how this works in actual practice. So here we are in my brother's AdWords campaign. You can see for his business, Plaster My House. You can see we're starting to get clicks and impressions. We're paying an average of £1.83 cost per click. The cost per click is normally a bit higher when you start a campaign, and then you filter it and work on it to make it come down a bit. But as I explained to my brother, and I think I've explained in one of these videos, if you're paying, so for example, £40.24 for these clicks here, but you're getting a job which is getting you £200 in profit back in, you've got a pretty good return on investment there. That is a 4-to-1 return on investment, which I think you'd take any day of the week. I certainly would. So that aside, if we have a look over here, you can see these are the campaigns we've got here. So I've done these by the town, so I can target them by town. And remember, when we were talking about the keyword tool, we showed how you could filter by particular towns. Well, I've done the adverts by that as well. So only people in Chesterfield are going to see these particular adverts, and that generally reduces your cost per click because they're much more specific. So we've done it by price, we've done it by local, we've done it by generic. Generic, remember, is the phrases. So I want to plaster my wall, I want to get my ceiling fixed. That's a generic phrase. Local is Chesterfield plasterer, plasterer in Chesterfield, Chesterfield's plastering services. Chesterfield price would be what's the price to plaster my wall per square meter. And underneath one of these, if I click on the campaign here, it will then go in and give me an overview, and you can see I've got ad groups here. So cost of plastering is an ad group. If I organise these by clicks and do high to low, see if we've got any. We haven't got any actual clicks in this particular one, so let's do it for local. There we go. This gives you an idea of one here. So you've got your ad groups and you've got your keywords. Now I have associated a ad group per keyword, so you can see it costs for one click £2.22. If I click on the ad group, we can go into that further. So remember that underneath the campaign is an ad group, and under that is a keyword, and we can look at the adverts for these as well. If I click on ads and extensions here, you can see my adverts, and we've got two different variations here. Are you thinking about having some plastering done? We'd love to help. And remember, this is a generic type thing. Same advert here, but we've changed the title a little bit. So we've got two variations to see which one works better. Quality work guaranteed or no job too small. And over time, you'll see how many clicks these get, and you'll see which one is the best one. And then you might create a second advert to go against a winning advert, and that's called split testing. But again, that's a more advanced topic that we'll cover in later videos. So hopefully you get an idea now about how an AdWords campaign is structured. You've got your campaigns at the top level, underneath you've got your ad groups, and underneath your ad groups you've got your ads and ads extensions, and you've got your keywords as one, and that covers that. In tomorrow's video we'll talk a little bit about how much you pay per click, how that's made up, and then for the rest of the week we'll cover some other areas around AdWords to give you an idea of some rough things you can do. So how to write an advert, best practice for doing that, negative keywords, what they are, and some other elements around that. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video.